So next in my journey for the hunt of a tinted moisturizer that I liked, this product is by Josie Maran. It has an SPF of 30 and it is this argan oil infused tinted moisturizer. This is 1.7 fluid ounces. I'll put in the caption the price. And Josie Maran is another all-natural brand, so I really like the product conception of it. I had been using some of her other products and I liked the argan oil, and then I liked that this was an SPF of 30. So I was going to give this a try. Let's see here. This is a swatch of it. And this actually comes in different shades. And this one is specifically in the shade Butter. It's kind of hard to read. It's been rubbed off. But this has much better coverage. I would say that this is a light to medium coverage. And this is again the shade Butter. And the only thing is, do you see how it's a little bit thicker? It really is more of this cream. And in that sense, it is almost more like a foundation in my mind, because it is this thicker kind of cream. You see that? But so that a little bit goes a long way. And you can just kind of blend it out here. And because you can get this in several different shades, I'm not sure how many, I forget off the top of my head here, but I picked the shade Butter and I believe that that matches my skin tone pretty well. Okay. So this one has really great coverage. I would call this medium, light to medium coverage. Definitely more like medium actually. I would say that this covers pretty well. It does a really good job covering any kind of blemishes that I have and hyperpigmentation spots. It's good under the eye area. And then you would just need a little bit of spot concealer if you maybe have some really red marks, red kind of irritated blemishes. And I do prefer to still use an under eye concealer that's a little bit lighter just to give my eyes a brighter effect. So then I still use that. But otherwise, I can get away with just this and some very light spot concealment and be perfectly fine for the entire day. It has great coverage, it feels really nice on the skin, it is super moisturizing, it has an SPF of 30, and it does last a pretty long time, where especially if you put a setting powder over top of this, this will last you a good work day. Now my only complaint is then at the end of the work day, it feels a little heavy. It feels a little not greasy, but it feels like you know, you would need to carry around blotting papers if you tend to be on the more oily side. And I have kind of combination sensitive skin, but I definitely have an oily T-zone, especially at the end of a long workday. So this, even though it has great coverage, I think it has really great ingredients, and I still use this every so often. It's not my favorite product, but I think it's an awesome tinted moisturizer that gives you amazing coverage. Probably the best coverage out of the tinted moisturizers that I will be showing. So I really do love this product. It's just that at the end of the day, it was a little bit too heavy feeling, and I would need to blot my nose because it kind of looked pretty oily and everything, that it wasn't my favorite. I felt like I could find something else that would maybe work better. And I want to say that maybe because it is argan oil infused, that's why it tends to be a little bit more on the not greasy side. It's not greasy. I mean, it does dry pretty matte. It doesn't leave you looking shiny or anything. It's just that, you know, after wearing it for a long period of time, it's not matte proof kind of thing. It does let some oil kind of come through. So in the winter time, this is actually great. I love to use this if I feel like my skin's feeling really dry and everything, but it's just not my everyday favorite, and it's kind of gone on the back burner for me, especially now that it's summertime. But I do still really recommend this product because it has really great coverage. It's still on that tinted moisturizer side, so it's very moisturizing, and I do like that it's by Josie Maran, has an SPF of 30, and is kind of on this more all-natural side. So again, this is the Josie Maran Argan Tinted Moisturizer, SPF 30, and this shade specifically was Butter.